It's early. Yes, hello, welcome, thank you for coming here. Good morning. Alexa, volume off. Alexa, music off. Okay, hi. Latoya Deshawn. I'm here, for those that don't know me, personal makeup artist and personal development coach to high profile talent and women all over the globe. This is a personal life update. I've just had a lot of people in the last few weeks just ask me how I've been feeling, especially after surgery. And I do feel it necessary to come on to let the world know how I feel. Now, I do struggle with what do I want to share? What do I want to let people know about my life, right? It's so many, my work is personal development. And so it's so much vulnerability. It's a lot going on in the inside. And so how do you really get that across in a way where you want people to come towards you for to be inspired, to be aspired to move in that way. And so, you know, a lot of times I think of it in production, especially reality show. When the cameras go on, it's like you see this, what we call is this reality acting. And then when you turn the camera off, you see the way the talent is with each other. And it's so much more comfortable. It's so much more relaxed. And so I realized I'll post things that hopefully I hope to inspire and teach you. But, you know, when the camera goes off, you know, and I call the friend on the phone or I talk to the therapist, the conversation is more around my beliefs, my thoughts, and my emotional reactions, my personal experiences. Now, it's a bit difficult because, you know, when you're also trying to reach an audience, you want to serve them with their interests, with like their life and how you can get them from point A to point B. But really, my life is the example of that, the framework that I built, and exactly how I help women attain those goals as well. And so it's important that you know the transition, because it's not always a curation. Like, you're not going to see me always in full makeup, you know, dressed to the T or something like that. I might be doing a workout. I might have just read a book. I might be doing something to hold myself in the highest regard, but it may not be perception what society is used to when they think of us as being good in the world or okay. We know that that's how we mask in the world. So right now, this is just me in my personal freedom space, my free ass space, just giving you a life update on me. And so let's just go with it. Let's go with my health, right? So, because that's the last thing that's in the forefront. I just had surgery October 1st, and I had lipoma removed from my upper left back. And I just want to take you to the end, like 5 weeks later, and how I'm feeling now. And it's like, I feel like I'm in the best health of my entire life. I cannot really explain like how it feels to just take a deep breath. You know, I would go to the doctor, and my doctor would always put the little things on my heart, and he would always decide to do an EKG, which is hook up the stuff to check my heart. And I didn't really ask too many questions about why, because I was just happy that he did it. And now getting all of that lipoma out and being able to breathe, I wonder if that was blocking me, right, so much. Also the anxiety of dealing with life happenings, you know, career stuff, personal relationship stuff. How much of that was like keeping me from feeling good and being happy, you know? So the way I feel now is like, wow, it's such a huge relief off of me physically. But mentally, like, I can imagine the moments I was upset or frustrated at life and took that out on people, because I had just made the pain relative due to just being unsupported for so many years, and how much the impact of that affected my quality of my relationships. I think about that, and now that I'm feeling so good, like I'm so happy, because I feel good. you know. Look, my teeth are good, you know, got retainers. What else? My physical therapist, she checked my scar. She was like, you're doing amazing. You know, this 2.5-year journey, when you choose, when you decide, you know, you're saying, hey, I'm going to learn how to hold myself in the highest regard. Like, I know that I said yes, and I decided, and I surrendered to thine own self be true. You must decide. But I cannot expect for how I feel. Free. The confidence I have. That's what my physical therapist said yesterday. She was just like, you know, I'm happy for you. You just seem happy. You seem more confident, you know, like this is a journey. And I know we say we want things. We don't really show up the best way we can. And we are just out here operating, and we're resilient, and we do it despite our physical pain, our mental pain, our spiritual pain. And I can tell you, when you get all of that lifted, you know, and really do a deep dive in releasing all of that, those strong woman attributes that do not serve you, I feel like I could fly. Nothing and no one can hold me back, even in my fear, right? Because the fear is healthy, but fear is still a misnomer, right? Fear is in the eye of the beholder. But you can't see none of that. I don't feel that. And I'm certainly not going to let that infiltrate into my subconscious, right? Because I am so good at retraining my thoughts. You know, retraining what I believe to be true about the life I should live. What else? So my health is great. There's other health components, but overall, it's just I'm free. Also with personal relationships, you know, I have a support system. You know, I have people who, you know, really care about my success and my overall well-being. And, you know, the reason why I made a shift in my business is, one, because God said so, and it's purposeful for me to do this. But also, what I was doing in the chair is what you're going to see me doing in a major way, which was transforming the lives of women. You know, showing them what a highest regard for themselves looks like. And when I curate the makeup experience, I'm just opening that up more. You know, speaking into the lives of women and empowering them. For years, people would say, you know, you're a professional ego booster. I call myself a professional ego booster, because even my bosses, and as they were about to fire me, would say, you're so positive. You know, that I always would get, I will always get compliments on being the positive person at work. And so I really just am grateful and thankful for my life experience that brought me up until this point. Even my family dynamics, right? Like, I am still estranged from my family. But here's the thing. I'm so happy because family has taken a whole new, it holds a whole new space and place. But I have never forgot about my foundation, my relatives, right? I'll call them relatives. But I have not forgot about them. I have not forgot. They are still the foundational reason of why I do the work that I do. They were the first people who I wanted to go to and say, hey, when I knew different stuff and new resources and had access, I just wanted to let them know. I knew I had unlocked some things in my early age. I had the blueprint, and I was not being seen, valued, or heard, y'all, and it was affecting my overall confidence in myself, right? Because when you're not seen, valued, and heard, somewhere you're abandoned and neglected. So, but I didn't care. Like, I knew shit. Let me go teach somebody else shit. And so, but what I realized through this journey, which is something that heavily needs to get taught, and I teach it, and you'll see it, is how our our childhood experiences really affect how we go about life. And so oftentimes we're responding in trauma when we're trying to help someone else. And we really need to understand and logically understand, right, that you cannot help someone with tools you were not given. Let me say that again for you. You cannot help someone when you were not given the tools yourself. You cannot. And once you settle there and surrender there, right, you must decide it's all about self-awareness. Once you just get clear, get outside yourself, get outside your feelings, you realize, like, you've been serving everyone, yet being served the least, right? Because in you trying to help the next, who helps you? Who gave you the blueprint? Who said, I'm a resource, I'm going to be a resource. I've been where you want to go, so let me show you how. Nope, but we out here thinking that we're so experienced to teach the next. And I was out here too, because I did know stuff. But the way in which I was going to approach it was going to heavily show up in my thought patterns and emotional reactions. And I imagined they weren't going to be good. They were not. It was going to be a lot of ego. A lot of me living in the unconscious world of I don't feel valued. I don't, I'm not worthy. That was going to be the journey in helping folks as well. And so you probably would have heard shit like that. Well, you don't have to do this, and you go ahead and do your own thing, and I'm good out here. Those are things that people say when they don't know how to meet you where you are and also still take you to the next level. Here's the thing. Not everybody wants to take someone to the next level. A lot of people want to just talk at folks. A lot of people want to just tell them what to do in their life and their career. And they're telling them from a place of trauma. They're telling them from a place of what they had to, the adversity that they had to face. But behind every face is a story. Everybody goes through different stuff, So yes, I've transformed, but I've created a framework that helps free everyone out of their bondage. So real life experience here. I'm very happy. So I had my therapist session yesterday, my physical therapist. I have my primary doctor coming up. So yeah, I'm wrapping up all the things health, and it's just so amazing. I just cannot even explain how I feel. I'm just, it's emotional as well too. Lots of big things happening. Pamela, the project is just dear and near to my heart. You're just going to see it blow up in a major way. You're going to see me out there on the scene and really talking about how to live a life of personal freedom, and I'm calling my philosophy the superwoman persona. So, who knows, sky's the limit for that. We've seen a lot of different ways it being talked about: strong Black woman, superwoman schema. And so I like superwoman persona because I want to end it for sure. So it's all about freedom. It's all about personal freedom, highest regard for yourself, overall quality of life. I have a masterclass this evening, but really, you can always get at me. There are so many ways to listen to me. I am here on Instagram. I'm here on YouTube. You can always send me an email. You can always get on the calendar for a quick consultation to see if you are a woman who really wants to decide to move towards personal freedom, free herself from her health, create better relationships, and move towards a life of personal and professional success, finding your purpose, all of that. There's going to just be so much. This experience, what God has done in 2.5 years, he said, I will make you. And you will be able to go be a steward, to go continue to help my people. And he has chosen me, and I'm here, and I've accepted the call. I have. I would have never expected the journey that I would have had to go on, but I can tell you I am free indeed, aligned with God. I'm positioned exactly where he wants me to be, and it's about to be receiving season, baby. Okay? I just pray that every woman who decides that they are worthy of personal freedom, that they don't just go in there without a guide, that they go with someone that they can tell who have walked through it, understands the journey, the life you can expect to live is one where it's not a curation for the world, but it's a beautiful curation inside here, and how you navigate. And that is my hope for everyone. You guys look out for Pat Leather Project and just Latoya Deshawn in general. She is on her way. Okay, she is on her way, and you want to be a part of the movement. We are making history over here. One of my mentors is Swiss Beats, and he always says, you never move unless you make history. And a lot of people got a lot of different ideas, and they're distracting themselves. Stop being distracted. Get focused. Because that one idea, I'm telling you, when you really dig in, it changes your life, it changes the world. And I did that because I was tapped in and I knew that God had something for me. And so what has been created through God is going to change the world. We are making history over here. We are going to be at the pillar of millennial research in the area of mental, physical, and spiritual health. God is good all the time. Oh my God, I'm happy. So you must decide. You must decide. You must tell your story. You must tell the truth. Be honest about the life you've been living, good and bad, be aware. But believe in yourself. Believe that you deserve to move towards a life of personal freedom. You know how you can tell I'm free? It's just little things. I don't got to show you pictures on the beach and things like that. Like, I got major moves I'm making right now, so I'm still in the trenches. But look at my skin. My skin is good. I'm working out. I make sure I go outside. I'm reading my books. I get the knowledge. I stay connected to peers. I have mentors. I continue to outgrow. I did a video on, you're afraid to kill yourself. I killed the old Latoya Deshawn. She is done. We're not going back. We're not. Are you ready to kill that person you are? That person who's serving everyone, yet being served the least? Have no idea what highest regard for yourself is. No idea. If I could really articulate how my health has improved from just taking care of my health, dealing with my spiritual, getting grounded, dealing with my relationships, letting go of the things that don't serve me, okay? Writing a vision and making it plain for my life, for the rest of my life, okay? Finding my purpose and tapping into what I'm supposed to do in this world so that I don't have to worry about money, so that financial abundance finds me. But then that unlocks a level where I can be a steward of my time, talent, and treasure. I can give back. Come on. I can give back. But you know what God said? You will be luxuriarized, or whatever word you want to use it. But look, he says there's abundance. There's luxury. What do you want? What do you want? I've been said you can have it. That's what we did when I said, Jesus, you have a task. And so he is looking for your obedience. He just wants you to align. It's yours. It's our problem. It's our problem that we've been getting in our own way. It's because of the stupid stuff of slavery and how the world has been positioned that we as Black women it has been seen that we bear everything that this world has given. Not anymore. But will you decide? Will you choose? Right? I got 8 steps. I got 12 weeks. But really, the rest of your life, you must decide. I have, and I can't wait to continue to tell y'all about the inside of the emotional journey, right? Because you gotta know, you gotta be honest about it. That's the real stuff that's showing up, If people are saying relationships are impacting this change, I gotta know. When I'm speaking to my clients, I remember when I first started out coaching, and she just was like, my relationships are starting to change. And I was like, yep, you're moving right up on the pyramid. You're right where you need to be, but I'm glad that I could support you through my experiences, through the books and the resources I'm going to give you, right? You have a community now. And to see where she's at is amazing. This is real, y'all. Personal freedom is real. And you guys are scared about the inside. You're scared about the loneliness and the abandonment that you might go through. But you have to believe. You can't do nothing without belief in yourself, okay? You gotta believe that where you want to go is better than where you are. You are not just on here searching social media all day. You are not here looking at YouTube videos. You are not here looking at all the self-help books. You're not just doing it for nothing. But you don't have a blueprint. You don't have a step-by-step. But it's okay because, millennial research, women our age, there is no research about people like us doing what we need to do to address our mental, physical, and spiritual development. Nothing. All you see is a whole bunch of people on Instagram saying self-love, okay? Tarot card reading, self-love. Cook you some good food, self-love, okay? Workout, self-love. Read a book, self-love. Do nothing, self-love, right? And all the time they have a schedule full of things that do not hold them in the highest regard, which is actually the definition of self-love. But we can talk about that. Because it's a process to unlearn and to break all of those habits. But I got you. Because it can happen. The only thing that needs to happen is you must decide. You must get out your own way. You must be honest. Okay? You must believe in yourself. I have 5 principles in my company, but 5 principles I live by. And I never get to principle 2 with y'all because principle 2, immediately when you decide, let me tell you something. You enter the dreaming zone. Yes, you do. You automatically get there. And that's where purpose is. That's where freedom is. Because the minute you decide, you enter into a world where you do have the space to be seen, valued, and heard. This is your personal journey. This is where you give highest regard for yourself. So this is where you're writing your vision. This is where you're changing your habits. This is where you're figuring out what kinds of reflective affirmation works for you. And then we go into the professional journey of how do I set this up? Now that I've set up the life and living that out in every day, now how do I professionally align that so that I'm making the kind of money that I want, the kind of ease that I want, the flexibility that I want, all those things. Let's put it all together. And so into the dreaming zone, it's all about, shifting once you have been in self-awareness and you've decided. So, but deciding is wow. Even when you're deciding, you're always deciding. It's a thing that's always happening. In fact, I demonstrated, I can't even really show it. Oh, I can show it here really quick. Because I'm like, you're always deciding, and I just want you to know that that's what it is. So you can't see, I don't have the other graph, but right in the middle it says belief, and then it's the 5 principles. And then, you step outside of that, but we are always deciding. And we just need to know that, we just really need to know that. So I'm going to stop sharing. This wasn't supposed to be long, but I am just very happy. I'm just so excited at just my personal growth and how that's going to shift into the lives of other women around the world. And really just people. Again, the framework is a freedom framework. So anybody who wants to be aligned to personal freedom, you go ahead and get in on the 8 steps required to move towards personal freedom. And I will tell you at the end, you will master your craft. So once you tell your story, own your story, then you write your vision, you get those habits together, you figure out your affirmation practices, right? Once you have that system, then we go ahead and we find your purpose, okay? Because you got skills to pay the bills, so we're gonna all your professional and personal history, everything that has brought you to who you are, like you are overqualified. It's just time for you to get into alignment. Okay. And so skills to pay the bills is, getting you into alignment. And then you are going to, it's time to build it out. It's time to build it out. So what does all of this look like? So now that you wrote the vision to the life you want to live for the rest of your life, personally and professionally, now as you've built this out, who are you? What do you do? How do you serve? How do you show up? Because again, in finding your purpose, we're also going to take a deep dive in your values. What is your values? What is your mission? What is your own vision that you want for yourself? Okay. And then after that, you master your craft. So I call this 100 days of, so good they can't get so good, get so good at your craft that, that people are calling you. And so this is where you really have to show up, keep showing up. And so that's why principle number 4 is always keep going. So, so much more to come. I just want you guys to know that I'm happy. God sits on the throne. Abundance is mine. And everyone is deserving of personal freedom. So I wish that for you. What else before I go? Is there any other update? I talked about work. Hire me. Okay. If you just want to know, hire me for workshops, seminars, keynote speaking, lecturing. You can also hire me in makeup, right? I am still a makeup artist doing high profile gigs. I focus a lot on personal high profile clientele. I do also documentary work, print and commercial. I also love press tours. So again, that's in the personal makeup, high profile talent category. So hire me. I also consult for beauty brands. I show you how to sell the makeup, and I give you best way to apply the makeup, right? I do only 2 sessions that I offer to people when they want lessons, and it's my #AlwaysFoundation series, which is a deep dive into the foundation of makeup necessary for just sustainability throughout the day, and how that really reflects in our life and how we should live and show up. So it's always foundation. So a deep dive in skincare, foundation, and tools and your kit, and also life lessons. The other session I offer is Everyday Pretty, which is, if anyone knows me, I'm an abstract artist and I'm a technical artist, so I like it to be well done. So it's all about Everyday Pretty. How do you get ready? And then the strong emphasis on an efficient time. So Everyday Pretty does not require a long time, but requires technical experience. And so I walk you through that doing a full face makeup application. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. There's a lot going on, but thank you for being here. If you are here, get at me for personal development coaching. If you want to change your life, get at me for makeup. If for any reason, I am here to serve. This is my purpose on earth. So know that I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot with experience, but with an extreme desire to serve God. And that's going to show up in how I serve you. Thank you guys so much.